You may have heard about air taxis around the Tampa Bay area the last few years. We've been talking about that. Cities are getting serious about it now. St. Pete's about halfway through a study of how to bring that type of air travel to the area. And not just for people. Let's bring in Fox 13's Briona Arradondo, is live from Albert Wooded Airport in St. Pete. Hi there, Briona. This is exciting. Anybody who's been anywhere in the Tampa Bay area lately knows how much time we waste in traffic. This sounds like St. Pete's trying to get ahead of the game here by getting out of the traffic.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Mark. I mean, we're talking about electric air vehicles that could be taking off here from Albert Wooded Airport in the future. And tonight, a leader from a task force explains why St. Pete is trying to get ahead of the game and be the first on this. It's the latest form of flying and the future.
It's kind of like the cartoon, The Jetsons, where you get into a vehicle. At some point in time, there may not be a driver, and it's just going to transport you from one place to another.
eVTOLs, or electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles, are on the minds of leaders in the city of St. Petersburg. So much so, an advanced air mobility task force has been meeting for months. Ed Montanari is the chair. We wanted to study where these vehicles could operate, and from the city of St. Petersburg's point of view, we have one municipal airport. So flying out of Albert Wooded Airport to St. Pete Clearwater Airport or Tampa International. The city's airport manager mentioned last week he's talking with the region.
Bringing our tower manager over to talk some potential airspace and stuff. So there is, to his point, there is some active dialogue going on.
The FAA is expected to certify the first eVTOL in the next year or two. St. Pete is looking to use them as air taxis, medical transports, or to move cargo.
A lot of the manufacturers are pairing up with different airlines. Some of them are cargo related. So you've got big cargo carriers like UPS, Federal Express, Amazon.
They look like a mix of a plane or helicopter and a drone, and eventually will be autonomous, so no pilot.
As the battery technology improves, these vehicles are going to have longer and longer range.
Montanari is making sure St. Pete is set up and ready to go once air taxis are approved. The next step comes on August 25th when the task force will meet with the company to talk about manufacturers.
So they're going to come to our task force and talk to us about the industry, what these companies are doing, what these vehicles are going to look like, how they're going to operate, what sort of infrastructure needs they need to have.
And the task force presented its first progress report on this just last week, and the next one is set for November. In the meantime, though, they are working on a final report for this, and they hope to have that ready to be presented to City Council in January. Mark and Allie, back to you.
All right, Briona, thanks so much. That's going to make those bridges a whole lot more tolerable, huh?